Dear students, in previous lecture we have seen that for the formation of a contract, there must be an agreement between two parties. In some cases, it could be more than two. Now let's see what is an agreement. Section 2E, that is Section 2 and its subsection E of the Indian Contract Act 1872 defines agreement as a promise and a free set of promises forming the consideration for each other is an agreement. So this is the definition of an agreement. Now to constitute an agreement means for the formation of an agreement, there are some requirements that should be fulfilled. So let's see what are those requirements. To constitute an agreement, the first requirement is there must be at least two parties. There must be at least two parties. Means कोई भी एक सिंगल पार्टी खुद से एग्रीमेंट नहीं कर सकती है. देयर मस्ट बी एटलीस्ट टू पार्टीज. एज अर्लियर स्टेटेड दैट एटलीस्ट टू पार्टीज आर और मोर देन टू पार्टीज. Okay, now the second requirement is there must be a proposal or offer from one person or one party. Means there must be a proposal or offer from one person or party of doing something like selling of something, selling of house or selling of any article. Okay, there must be a proposal. मीन्स किसी एक पार्टी ने या किसी एक पर्सन ने ऐसा अपना इंटेंशन दिखाना चाहिए कि ही हैज टू सेल दैट आर्टिकल, दैट प्रॉपर्टी. ओके, मीन्स देयर मस्ट बी अ प्रपोजल और ऑफर टू अनदर पार्टी. नाउ द थर्ड रिक्वायरमेंट इज देयर मस्ट बी एन एक्सेप्टेंस फ्रॉम द अदर पर्सन और पार्टी. देयर मस्ट बी एन एक्सेप्टेंस फ्रॉम द अदर पर्सन और party. Means that person, first party, suppose first party is offering something for the sale purpose. Okay, and if the another party is accepting that offer or that proposal, then only the agreement would be constituted. The agreement would be constituted. Okay, means there must be an acceptance from the other party. There must be an acceptance from the other party. अगर किसी ने कोई सपोज उसकी प्रॉपर्टी है, कोई आर्टिकल है, उसकी कोई चीज़ है, वो बेचने का अगर प्रपोजल किसी के सामने रखता है और अनदर पार्टी जिसके सामने वो उसने प्रपोजल रखा है, अगर वो कुछ भी आंसर नहीं, उसको मतलब कुछ भी रिस्पॉन्स नहीं देता है, इन दिस केस देयर विल बी नो एक्सेप्टेंस. मीन्स नो एग्रीमेंट विल बी देयर. हेंस देयर मस्ट बी एन एक्सेप्टेंस फ्रॉम द अनदर पार्टी और अनदर पर्सन. नाउ लेट्स सी हु इज ऑफरर एंड हु इज एक्सेप्टर. इन अ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, दैट इज इन एवरी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट देयर आर एटलीस्ट टू पार्टीज, or in some cases more than two parties. One party makes an offer, and that one party or say one person makes an offer, and that person or that party is called as offerer. The other party, if he accepts that offer, if that person or that party accepts that offer, in this case, now this person is called as acceptor. If he accepts that offer, he is called as acceptor. Section 2A and 2B of the Act, that is Indian Contract Act, defines offer and acceptance respectively. Offer and acceptance are two constituents of a contract. Which one? Offer and acceptance. these are two constituents of a contract, of any contract. Therefore offer and acceptance are very essential. Therefore offer and acceptance are very essential for the formation of a contract. Proposal or offer becomes promise when it is accepted. Proposal or offer, any proposal or any offer from the offerer becomes promise when it is accepted by the another party. Means proposal or any offer made by the offerer, if that offer is accepted by the another party, then that proposal or that offer is converted into promise. It's converted into promise. For example, A is person. Now this A person intends to sell his house to B person. A person intends to sell his house to B person. In other words, A offers to sell his house to B. Here in this case, A is a person. A person is offerer and B is offeree. OFFEREE, offeree. Okay, A is offerer and B is offeree. B is offeree. Okay, now in this case, if B accepts to purchase his house, that is A's house, then B is called as acceptor. B person is called as acceptor. Okay, that B person is called as acceptor. A person is offerer and B is acceptor. Okay, means A person है, उसने अपनी इच्छा जाहिर की. Okay, he exposes his wish to sell his house. Suppose A के पास दो हाउसेस है. एक one is situated at Nagpur and one is situated at Chandrapur. At present A is living in Chandrapur. At present A is living in Chandrapur. A अभी चंद्रपुर में रह रहा है. उसका जो नागपुर का जो हाउस है, जो नागपुर का घर है, वो ऐसे खाली पड़ा है. ओके, अभी उसको लग रहा है कि अभी मुझे ज़रूरत नहीं है. नाउ इन दिस केस उसको लग रहा है कि अभी मुझे ज़रूरत नहीं है, तो वो जो नागपुर का घर है उसको बेचने की सोच रहा है वो. और वो किसके सामने ये प्रपोजल रख रहा है? बी पर्सन के पास में. बी पर्सन के पास में वो ऐसा प्रपोजल रख रहा है कि मुझे वो जो नागपुर का घर है वो मुझे बेचना है करके. मुझे बेचना है. ओके, क्या तुम उसको परचेज करोगे? बी को ऐसा ए बोल रहा है कि क्या तुम उसको परचेज करोगे. ओके, नाउ बी, दिस बी पर्सन, हाँ मुझे वो परचेज करना है, ऐसा अगर एक्सेप्टेंस देता है, ऐसे उसको असेंट देता है उसके प्रपोजल को, उसके ऑफर को, देन ए इज ऑफरर एंड बी इज ऑफरी और एक्सेप्टर. Okay, now here A is offerer and B is offeree. Acceptance of an offer for proposal is very essential for formation or conclusion of a contract. Acceptance is the second stage in the formation of a contract. Acceptance, first one is agreement or proposal and acceptance. Acceptance is the second stage in the formation of a contract, any valid contract. Okay, means two constituents. First one is proposal and second one is acceptance. These are two constituents which are very much critical of every valid contract. According to section 10 of Indian Contract Act, all agreements or contracts, all agreements or contracts, if they are made by the free consent of the parties competent to contract for a lawful consideration and with a lawful object and are not hereby expressly declared to be void. This is according to section 10 of Indian Contract Act. All agreements means all the agreements which takes place between the two or more parties that are contracts. अभी उसके कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स में वो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स है, all agreements they are contracts if they satisfy the requirements, that is they are the agreements made by the parties are free consent of the parties. Free consent means ये जो free consent competent to contract, it would be covered up in upcoming lecture. Okay. Competent to contract for a lawful consideration and with a lawful object and are not hereby expressly declared to be void. Okay, ये void contracts वगैरह क्या होता है, we will see it in upcoming lecture. Now let's see what is the distinction or difference between contract and agreement. Of course, there is a specific difference. There are certain differences. There is certain distinctions between contract and agreement. Now let us see what are those. As you see, there are two parts. In one part there are points of contract and in another one there are points of agreement. So let's see one by one. In contract part, it emerges from an agreement. Means contract, any contract, it emerges from an agreement. Means in every contract, agreement is the first stage. Agreement is the first stage, and after fulfilling some requirements, it gets converted into contract. Means what is the source of contract? Agreement is the source of contract. That is, it emerges from an agreement. Means contract emerges from an agreement. Agreement on the other hand, it emerges from consent of the parties. It emerges from consent of the parties. Means if both the parties, if there are two parties or more than two parties, if both or if there are two parties or more than two parties, if both these parties or all these parties are agreed on the same point, then that will be agreement. Means it emerges from consent of the parties. Means agreement emerges from consent of the parties. If all the parties involved in that agreement, okay, in that process, all the parties if agreed on the same point, it will be agreement. It will be agreement. Okay, means agreement emerges from consent of the parties. Consent means, in simple words, permission. Consent means permission. Simple words, permission. Alternative word. Okay. Now the second point is in a contract part, section 2H and section 10 defines contract. Section 2H and section 10 defines contract. Means section 2H and section 10 of Indian Contract Act 1872 defines contract. Means definition of contract is given under section 2H, and essential elements that are required for the contract, for the formation of contract, that are given under section 10. Means section 2H and section 10 defines contract. Section 2E defines an agreement. Section 2E of Indian Contract Act define an agreement. Every contract is an agreement. See, third point is very much important. Every contract is an agreement, but every agreement is not a contract. Every contract is an agreement, but every agreement is not a contract. मीन्स जो कोई भी एग्रीमेंट, जो कोई भी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होता है, दैट इज जो भी एक कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होता है, दैट इज इसेंशियली एन एग्रीमेंट. दैट इज इसेंशियली एन एग्रीमेंट. जो कोई भी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होता है, दैट इज इसेंशियली एन एग्रीमेंट. मीन्स एवरी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट की, हर एक कॉन्ट्रैक्ट की जो पहली स्टेज होती है वो एग्रीमेंट होती है. ऑन द अदर हैंड साइड, एवरी एग्रीमेंट इज नॉट अ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. मीन्स हर कोई एग्रीमेंट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होना ही चाहिए ये जरूरी नहीं है. ओके, इट मे नॉट बी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. इन विच केस, इफ दैट एग्रीमेंट इज नॉट एनफोर्सेबल, if that agreement is not enforceable, in this case that agreement is not a contract. That agreement is not a contract. Okay, say every contract is an agreement, but every agreement is not a contract. In which case, if that is not enforceable by law, then that agreement is not a contract. ये जो थर्ड पॉइंट है ये थोड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट है. ओके, नाउ द फोर्थ पॉइंट इज इट इज ऑलवेज लीगल एंड इज एनफोर्सेबल. कॉन्ट्रैक्ट इज ऑलवेज लीगल एंड इज एनफोर्सेबल. एनफोर्सेबल मीन्स, एनफोर्सेबिलिटी जो इन प्रीवियस लेक्चर देखा है, व्हाट इज एनफोर्सेबल और एनफोर्सेबिलिटी मीन्स इफ any loss occurs to the injured party, to the aggrieved party, that party can approach to the court for the compensation. Okay, that is, it is always legal and is enforceable. But in case of agreement, it may be moral and may not be enforceable. It may be moral and may not be एनफोर्सेबल. जैसे प्रीवियस लेक्चर में जो मैंने एग्जांपल दिया था कि जैसे फ्रेंड ने मुझे बुलाया डिनर के लिए और वो खुद घर पे नहीं था, उसके घर पे लॉक लगा था. ओके, इट इज नॉट एनफोर्सेबल. इट इज नॉट एनफोर्सेबल. ओके, कोई एक पर्सन है, ए पर्सन है, उसने किसी एक लड़के को अगर सपोज उसने बोल दिया both are major means above 18 years, means boy and girl both are major, means both are above 18 years of age. Okay, जो गर्ल है, जो लड़की है, उसके पिताजी ने बोल दिया कि मैं अगर तुम्हें कोई अच्छा जॉब मिलता है, अगर कोई अच्छा जॉब मिलता है तो मैं तुम्हें तुम्हारी शादी मेरी लड़की से करवा दूंगा. एंड आफ्टर सम पासिंग ऑफ पीरियड, कुछ समय बीत जाता है, उसके बाद सपोज उस लड़के को जॉब मिल भी जाती है तो भी वो अगर उसने मीन्स लड़की के पिताजी ने अगर नहीं भी बोला, उसकी शादी, उस लड़की की शादी उस लड़के के साथ न करते हुए किसी दूसरे लड़के के साथ भी की, इन दिस केस could it be enforceable, this case? Obviously not. Because agreement, okay, agreement may be moral and may not be enforceable. ये enforceable नहीं हो सकता है. Okay, so these were the distinctions between contract and agreement. So contract, it emerges from an agreement. Agreement, it emerges from consent of the parties which are involved in that process. Okay, section 2H and section 10 defines contract, while Section 2E defines an agreement. Every contract is an agreement, but every agreement is not a contract. Every agreement is not a contract. It is always legal. Contract is always legal and is enforceable. While agreement, it may be moral and may not be enforceable. So today we have seen that every promise and every set of promises forming the consideration for each other is an agreement. To constitute an agreement, some basic requirements are required, like there must be at least two parties for the formation of an agreement. There must be a proposal or offer from one person or party, and there must be an acceptance from the other person or party. The person who makes an offer is called as offerer, and the other person, if he accepts that offer, that person is called as acceptor. Proposal or offer become promise when it is accepted. Proposal or offer become promise when it is accepted. All agreements or contracts, if they are made by the free consent of the parties and competent to contract for a lawful consideration and with a lawful object, and are not hereby expressly declared to be void. And in the last, we have seen some differences or say distinctions between contract and agreement. So that's all for today's lecture. If you come across any difficulty or query, please contact me. Thanks all of you. Bye. Take care. Have a nice day.